But
No
process is going to be interesting because I really don't see, I don't see, other than like the potential of Flippy to snipe, I don't think this map really lends itself to LBC that much. I mean, this is a map where like demos can be really strong, and I don't really think that Exxon is that kind of demo. Like, I've seen him play these mids, and he has like a really set pattern of what he does. And it seems like more often than not, his play is not really vital to whether his team is going to win or lose the mid, and I think he's going to struggle with Rib.
Yeah, also I imagine T-Mac and Zappis are both going to go fast. I know Zappis was the most effective last map, but he does pretty much always go fast, from what I remember of seeing him play process. Yeah. I'm sure T-Mac will do the same, so it's going to be difficult for both demo men, really. Whether they're even a factor at all on the mids by the time the Roamers are done with them.
Yeah, I did not actually factor in T-Mac to my like assessment of these mids, because speaking someone who used to play demo once upon a time, T-Mac is probably one of the more difficult soldiers to deal with. Like, Rib is a demo, he's gonna probably at the start at least not be entirely concerned like about the fast soldier. He's gonna just try and juke him, try and just evade him. But T-Mac has this incredible knack of just landing a rocket on your fucking head, man. Like, you think you can just surf, you think you're under control, and then a rocket's just landing on your head, and this is something T-Mac seems to do a lot more than other soldiers.
Always going for the head.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, T-Mac, at least on this mid, it's not something I see him do all the time, but on this mid, he can judge if this demo is just going to try and evade you rather than play passive. Like, he won't just see that you're there and think, right, I've got the kill. He'll see, like, right, that guy's going to try and surf away from me, so I'm going to make my rocket hard to surf. Like, not a whole lot of roomers are doing that. I don't think it's something Zappis is going to be doing, because it's just like, it isn't something you pick up in the first 2 weeks of roaming. It's something that comes later when you have the basics down. So, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I have more confidence in how well Rib will do on Demo Man, but then he's playing against, I guess, the more experienced roamer. One thing I am maybe concerned about from BK's point of view is if Flippy snipes a lot. We've seen BK play in this game as well. But I really don't think Zebasai's... I don't think he's as good as Flippy, but also I think Zebasai's sniper v sniper fight, I don't think I've seen him win one, really.
I've seen him win 1 out of 6 against Drosso in the Cup, which nice. Is not a promising statistic. But
yeah.
The thing is with Zebo, he is a good sniper, but he is a hit-and-miss sniper. Like, some days he's going to be good and some days he's going to be bad. I think it's really important in this game that he establishes what kind of a day it is for him. Maybe he already knows from the warm-up, maybe he knows... Like, I didn't see him snipe much that game. Maybe he knows that he's not having a good day, because if he's not having a good day, this is not a day to try your luck.
Against Flippy, no.
Yeah, like...
you know, just when you were about to say Flippy's not hit a lot, as much as he normally does in a while, he just hits, what, 4 headshots in a row and turns that push around completely.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but if it does go to a sniper v sniper, then... I don't know, because Happy is actually like a decent sniper as well, and Zappis on his day is also decent. Like, none of them are Flippy level, like, if we're going to be honest, but... You don't really have to, like, if you're just having a good day. You only need to hit a few shots to change your fight.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing about Sniper Fight. All you need to do, really, is hit once. Give or take. Do you want to throw out a score prediction, then, while we wait for the teams to ready up?
I'm going to say it's going to be... 3-2 to BK.
3-2 to BK? You're going for the...
Yeah, I'm predicting sniper raids. Otherwise, the score will be a lot higher.
I don't think people... I've seen LBC even throw quite a few last holds, and BK are getting a reputation for it as well. So I'm just going to go for 4-2, maybe in favour of LBC. I think we're going to take both maps, as I think we are live right now, and we are seeing a sniper and a pause.
Sniper pause to mid. It's a 6 strat.
Bear with me, I just need to get a strepsil before my throat kills itself.
Yeah, so it's a shame you don't have like a play-by-play partner to do some of the legwork.
I know, right? It's okay. I thought this morning when I woke up I wouldn't be able to cast, but my throat got better. And then I remember this has happened in the past where I've casted where I think my throat's okay, it's on the way back up, and then I talk constantly for an hour, and it just fucks it up just as bad as it was before. But it'll be okay. You'll just have to say some really long-winded analysis stuff. Also, is Flippy got a sniper? An owl on his shoulder. I've never seen that before. Sim, get us a close-up.
There is definitely an owl on his shoulder.
Good, I think Sim's working on that. But yeah, sniper to mid is an interesting one. Especially we talked a bit, about the Roamers going so fast. taking that out of the equation. But playing with Sniper to mid, I don't know. They're going to try and play it really defensively, I guess, and wait for Flippy to
Has Flippy done this before? Like,
not that I actively remember of.
Don't recall seeing him do this before, so I'm wondering like if he's taking inspiration from I am at I-52. I think I can't remember. Did we play them on Process I-52? But I remember playing against I am, and Sheep was just consistently like just targeting these guys, like jumping on the boxes. He wasn't going for like big classes, wasn't going for demos, wasn't going for medics, just completely denying top with his sniper rifle. So it's going to be interesting to see what Flippy does, because while Flippy is an incredible sniper, like what really makes a powerful sniper is just this raw consistency. Like in a specific scenario, you can hit these shots like consistently that change the game. And on Process mid, that is top control. Like from choke, all you can consistently hope to achieve is top control, because the crates are obviously in the way. Like you have to guess left or right for the demo and medic to get a pick on them. So I don't think those are the targets you want to go for. So if you're going to try and emulate this strat, then it's all going to be about top control. Hello? Am I here?
Kaidus?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me. I can hear you. Yeah, I don't know which one of us cut out. I didn't have the stream open to check. So yeah.
It was probably me, because my computer just had like a massive sort of bitch fit.
Oh, okay, that would
about
be
something.
it. Right, but yeah, anyway, I don't know what this pause is all about. I'm going to attempt to find that out, because I don't want to have pauses.
You don't want to have pauses. So obviously this pause means it's going to happen 90 seconds in the future, which I imagine will be after mid and maybe after the next push. But it'll be interesting to see really when it occurs and who it occurs to, obviously. I think Kate is going to find that out now for us. But yeah, the sniper to mid, I guess, is really going to be a really interesting thing to watch, because they're trying it on the first mid, so I guess they're trying to catch BK a little bit off guard. Yeah, I'm not sure how it'll work. I'm not sure if I like the idea. I think with how messy this game's been, I'm not sure if a sniper's the right choice.
Okay, so it looks like Demol disconnected, and now Zeba's gone to use the toilet. I've had a look at the frags from the future. I won't give spoilers, but I'm pretty sure, based on Flippy's score, that I know how this mid's going to go. Right, so there's your inside scoop.
Oh wow, so he's either going to hit everything or nothing. As we go to the unpause, I'm going to not put it on Flippy Cam. I imagine Sim might well do. But we're going into this first mid. Nice fast rollout as Zap as we expected, stealing the health pack. No real damage done to anyone too much so far. Here they come. Exxon goes down early. The sniper's on the field now. BK getting a lot of that high ground. Zappis will go down, but still a lot of presence for BK. Flippy's yet to hit something. He's at choke right now. He's going to get obliterated by P. And it looks like everyone's going to get obliterated by the whole BK team, particularly the scouts finishing a lot of frags there.
Yeah, Flippy hit a few body shots, but it was actually really smartly played by BK. They identified the sniper and just got the scouts on the point and capped it like behind the crates where the sniper could not see.
Yeah, and they're taking it all the way to last, and they've capped it before they've even spawned. Wow. Exxon goes down again in overtime, and that's a quick 1-0 to BK. And is Flippy running the sniper to mid again?
No, back on scout now, so I guess...
Yeah.
I don't know if they're just figuring that BK know how to play against this. I mean, they were played against it a lot, like when we were playing SIM leading up to I-52, so yeah.
Looks like T-Mac's going to go aggressive. He's getting right onto Rib. There's that rock on top of his head, down to half health. The rest of the LBC team arrive now. Zappa's going to try and go aggressive, but gets completely denied. He's going to be finished off by Tech. But again, BK, such strong point presence from all the players. Really pinning them back. Exxon's trying to pump out damage, but instead is going to get picked by Rib. And BK have complete point control.
Demol timed out on rollout, so like as they were rolling out, their combo just kind of turned around and noticed he timed, so they never really got further than choke. And someone caught an air pipe, like a random spam pipe from Rib coming in, so that was just over before it began.
Okay, so now we're going to have a pretty much equally the situation. Rib trying to peek through choke. Zebasai's got himself behind and killed Demol though. He's going to take on this Demo Man as well. Can't finish it on Exxon. Exxon's just about got the pipes to keep himself alive on 20 HP. Meanwhile, they've tried to move forward here. Nutson's going to try and surf rockets, but pops. Full pops as well, so it's pretty much even Ubers right now. They're going to try and get out, but Nutson's going awfully deep to try and save this soldier, somewhat unnecessarily. Or maybe it's going to work out because Rib's come in and focused down Tech, and now he's going to shot out Exxon. And meanwhile, Bull just had to run away with a scout, and it looked a bit tentative from PK there.
Like, this was a good decision by Knudsen. Like Rib, I don't think Rib had a full grasp on the situation. He backed out choke, but really like it was their fight to win. They had health, they had a slight time on the Uber, which meant they just had like what they needed to win the fight.
Oh wow, and they just powered through to last. They've eliminated Full and X off. The rest of the players are powering through. T-Mac's doing what he can, but he can't do that much. And that's another round for BK. And just completely in control of this process. We talked about LBC not being as good, but they really need to change something up here. They need to get out from behind that rock and really sort of challenge BK on top a bit more.
Yep, it's interesting that the play we see from Knudsen, he's always really interpreting his Ubers really nicely. Like, he gets in deep when he knows they have the advantage on it, and stays back when he doesn't. I mean, he's also good at holding them, but yeah, Exxon on top early. Yeah,
T-Mac's got himself behind, but LBC have had to sort of forfeit a lot of position. Tank's going to try and make a distraction for T-Mac, but Scout's got a read on T-Mac. Demor's going to get in and kill Knudsen though, and that might even up this fight. And suddenly the Scouts are linking up with Bull, and maybe they'll be able to re-push this against the unhealed BK players, unbuffed. Going to try and make their way through choke, but there's still 3 players to cope with, and AMS is waiting right above on that little roof to try and make his way in. Waiting for his chance to pounce. The Scouts have gone in. Bull's walking through the choke, he's going to be launched in the air. Zebasai's going to come and finish that one off, and Bull goes down before he gets Uber, but LBC have got enough frags to get the mid off it.
Yeah, weird sequence of play. The BK Scouts were really slow to get on that point. Like, didn't read the situation fast enough, really. Gave the French opportunity to get back in, but AMS with a nice read and just getting ready to take the med. Didn't quite get him, but one of the Scouts finished it off. But I was kind of surprised how slow the French also got back in. They were really, really slow to come back in. I don't know if they wanted respawns or what, but I don't know. I felt like yeah, I felt like the fight was there for both of them to win at different points. Like the Scouts to get on the point earlier and the French to re-push earlier, but both stalled and ended up messy. But looking like BK are going to recap now and then have control.
Yeah, and Zappis has picked a couple of players right now after making a switch over to Sniper. He's going to peek through choke as well. The Scout's going to try and pressure him, but Zappis is going to kill a different Scout. Soldiers come in now onto Knudsen, but he's juggled up in the air. He's going to go for Knudsen again. Going to try and land on him. He won't land the rocket though. T-Mac goes down, and BK just have all resources to take control of this point for pretty much free, and a 50% Uber advantage to take to last. And they might even catch out Exxon in lobby. Scout's on top of him. Zebasai's going to take him down. It'll cost him his life, and that's the trade he won. In comes the Uber now on the other side of the point. BK give a pop off. They're just going to start sticking at the point. Not a lot of players to fight. Zappis is going to come in with a sniper, and BK 3-0 up. And LBC needs to do something drastic right now to stay in this game.
Interesting to know that the frag Zappis got was actually on the sniper of Flippy, not Scout. So, yeah, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Like Zappis is coming up on sniper and just targeting Flippy. Like he didn't go for much else other than Flippy till he was down. So, I think they've highlighted that threat. And yeah.
Yeah, and now we're going to see Zappis go behind, but T-Mac just follows him down. Roma's going for a bit of an exchange there now. Zappis is on half health behind. T-Mac and Zappis have just neutralised each other right now. Rib trying to walk across the point. AMS tries to go aggressive to back him up, but he doesn't get a lot done. But Roma behind gets caught out, and now AMS and Zebasai and Knudsen need to get out of here. But Zebasai is going to try and go for a play, try and sort of slow him down, and he has distracted a lot of the LBC team now, and that should buy Knudsen plenty of time to fall back with his pocket soldier.
I felt like this was unlucky for BK. They had like a really nice position, like a bad decision I think by T-Mac to go for Zappis in this PC area. Like I think it should have worked a lot better for BK than it did, but Rib and a Scout both caught a pipe, like one of these long range pipes that, I mean, you credit the guy that hit it, but really you have to look at the people catching them and say like you should be dodging that. So unlucky there, and well played by Exxon at the same time.
And now AMS is going to Uber out. We just get piped by Exxon in the air, but AMS is going to clean him up. Should clean up this soldier as well eventually. Maybe not, as Viva comes in from tech and AMS just tries to regroup with his team. Bull's now caught out. Here come the BK Scout. Zebasai and P doing a lot of work, going to get a couple of frags, and BK going to come and force the other Scouts back right now, and it looks like Zebasai is going to try and get another buff and go for some more frags. Soldier's going to come in. T-Mac gets Zebasai, but that's all he gets. Knudsen is safe, and I think there's only one player left in PC, but I think Flippy's just running away to regroup with his team. As BK going to keep trying to power it forward. The spawns are going to come in for LBC, so they might be able to put a bit more resistance than they can initially. But Rib's starting to lock down that choke, and it's going to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, the timing just a little bit off there. Build spawn came in like probably 3 seconds later than they required in order to have a proper contestation in this mid. Tech jumps in and trades, but they're actually contesting it. Doing a pretty decent job, to be honest.
Knudsen's separated as well. AMS is doing his best to clean up this soldier behind. Knudsen's going to get the heals on AMS now, but he might have lost too many players before it's too late. The Scouts are just going to swap and focus Knudsen. Nothing loaded for him. Bull's going to get a sword, but the Scouts from BK are coming in to flank. 2 of them are pretty weak. It's just really the Scouts against the Scouts here. Exxon, Tech even. trying to come in. Exxon's going to get focused down Texner as well, and Flippy will help clean him up. In comes Zappis though to try and pick off some weak players, but he's not got a lot of health. He's going to jump behind him. Not quite sure what the play Zappis was going for there. Just kind of froze his life in there anyway. And now everyone's going to have to respawn since most people died during that fight.
Yeah, it's nice play by LBC. Is that their name? LBC?
It's either B or D. I'm not convinced. I keep swapping back and forth, just covering all my bases really. I think it's LBC though.
Yeah, I mean they didn't win the fight convincingly, but I mean they knew that the fight was on their terms. Like they had the forward spawn, so as long as they got in, made it messy, and kept it even, they were going to win in the end. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and then Exxon's just come from PC right now and just caught them out. He's going to finish off a sniper from Zebasai as well. The soldier comes in, might get Bull, might get Exxon as well, 2 for Zappis. But now it's only Knutson versus the world. He's going to try and deliver the point. Scout's going to spawn, but there's just too much pepper. And LBC have got around. We might just about have a game still on our hands.
Yeah, again, it's these fine margins, like this fight on mid. I mean, it was such an even fight, but just because one team had an advantage in spawn, like it just changes everything.
Yeah, I'm going to watch T-Mac on this mid, see what he's doing. He's not really got too much pressure onto Rib, but now he fluffs for jump, so I'm going to get straight off that perspective and watch BK again, taking the high ground pretty aggressive. Here comes the challenge from LBC. Zappis is going big, trying to get onto the demo now, provide some damage there. The rest of LBC are still walking forward though, and they forced BK out by doing so much damage to them. They're still trying to maybe pick X on, but it's not gonna. The pick's not gonna go. And LBC just contesting sort of a bit more directly the top ground here and beating BK at it.
Yeah, they've highlighted Rib on the point now, I think, as like kind of the key to unlocking this mid. I mean, they're focusing really hard at the start now, but Zebo's on mid, he's blocked the cap, he wins the 1v1 with absolute ease, and this is going to put a spanner in the works for LBC.
Exxon dies as well, Zebasai's still behind, causing chaos. They're all drawn back, but I don't think BK are going to arrive in time. Zebasai's staying alive though, Nat's kick. Here comes BK right now, they're going to force for Uber out, Natson is still yet to pop. He's going to trade back Nat. Zebasai's come back in and killed them all. Bull is going to have the worst time of the world trying to get out of here right now. Rib's going to take that one, there's still a soldier behind. Tech has not a lot left, and great play from BK, sort of inspired by Zebasai going behind and blocking that cap. And now Zebasai's all the way on last. He's going to take on this soldier in lobby. I don't think T-Mac's ready for it. Well, he is ready for it. Juggles Zebasai up and takes him out, but that's a 2-point swing right there. If they cap out in this CP2, which they should do with all the presence they have. Oh, soldier on Knutson gets him down to half HP, and now he's jumping around. Rib's going to go down instead. Knutson has to drop down to get the health pack. That means there's no heals on the point as LBC come to challenge it. We're going to focus down a couple of players. All the BK players falling, but AMS is going to come in now, and they should be able to finish this off. AMS gets 1, and I'm not sure if they're going to take this to last here. It might be a mistake.
No, they should. There's only going to be one spawn. They have to big dig this.
AMS is...
But now, if they don't get this frag now, they have to leave. Like, this is getting tight now because the next
wave
is coming in.
A big airshot on Flippy, but here comes the 3-man spawn wave, and AMS is going to go down, and Knutson's going to commit and stay in and pop. Zebasai's going to focus down the medic. He's going to maintain the advantage. Should kill Exxon here as well with the last bit of the Uber, but he can't quite finish. Exxon is forced behind. They're just cleaning the frags here, and just Tech alive now. He's going to have to hit a whole number of rockets that he doesn't even have. Yeah, it worked out. That shot from AMS sort of helped take down the scout, and I think Zebasai taking down the medic stopped anyone on LBC getting buffed coming out of spawn, and really just allowed for other BK players to come in and play with Knutson and clean it up.
Like, it was BK's to take, and then it looked like it was kind of it was getting really tense, but then the Uber came in, so when they had the Uber, obviously, it's just easy. Well, but Exxon had died again so early.
Rib's gonna... he's really far forward, he's under a lot of pressure as well. He will go down, but it's a bit of an even fight now, two down at peaks. They're going to try and challenge this scout, and they are starting to force BK back right now, but there's not a whole lot of health on the Frenchies. They're going to keep jumping and keep trying to challenge them back. In comes Zebo now, fully buffed, going to take on Bull. He's going to go down though without achieving too much, and if LBC just take their time, especially with P catching that rocket, they should just be able to force them back here. But now I think AMS is going to go for a flank. Goes for distraction. I'm not sure quite what he's going for there. But LBC
I don't think he knew either, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he jumped in. I think he went for the frag and realized he wasn't going to get it, so just tried to, you know, make it as best as it could be from there on out. Like, to make it take a while to die, so that his frag didn't mean more frags for LBC.
Yeah, and now we're going to see a sniper again on the field on Fawn Zebasai. They're going to jump through pretty quickly. But they've not popped Uber yet. Knutson has popped Uber though. Exxon's going to go down. Tech's going to clean up Zappis, but Nasuba's not really that great for LBC. Tech's going to try and go aggressive, try and make it work. He can't get Knutson though, but he does get a bunch of damage out, but the rest of his team are just falling back. Now it might be BK's turn to push, especially, or at least try and get Zebasai a bit of an angle through this choke. Ixon can't lock it down. Zebasai's going to come through now. T-Mac messes up his jump trying to get on it, and Zebasai's got pretty much free drain off a point now until his scout flanks in. Soldier's going to come in as well, all over Knutson. Goes for a air shot. Doesn't get it though. Meanwhile, Zappis has gone forward, just kills himself. Ixon's going to jump in, takes down P. The rest of the LBC players are coming through. Pipe's going to set up a kill for Flippy, and now Knutson and Rib are just going to have to run away. BK kind of overcommitted there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like T-Max attempted air shot on Knutson. I think it hit, but it didn't hit Knutson. It hit some other random guy in the air who was invisible for me, so I couldn't tell who it was. Was that why Zappis cratered? I think it was.
Zappis killed himself with a rocket. Was that because Zappis got randomly air shot rolling out? I literally think he like missed one air shot and somehow hit another one. So Zappis is just rolling out to mid to back his team up, gets wrecked coming in, and then kills himself with a rocket because he's got 100 less health than he expects to have. That's all because T-Mac failed for jump as well, like he failed for jump onto the rock.
Yeah, it's like 1 in a million that happens, like you miss an air shot and you hit another, like the fucking stars have to align for that to happen.
Now we're in a sort of equal Uber situation. Zebo's still on Sniper, and BK doing this thing where they sort of take over lobby really dominantly, but it does leave AMS pretty much by himself watching this right-hand side.
We saw them get back-capped in the cup doing this exact thing with the Sniper in lobby. Like bottom left, I don't know if they have it watched now, but bottom left, it's open in the exact same way as before.
AMS
he takes a little look, but he's sitting on rollout at times for like 5 seconds extended, and that's time for someone to get in. Like, I mean, it's not technically unwatched, but it's playing it a bit more iffy than you want.
I was about to say, they're not going to get in and cap for point or something, but they can get in and get behind to a team who think they're in control watching lobby. Like, there's enough of that. And now we're just going to see, I guess, a Sniper stalemate here. Only halfway through the map, so I guess LBC do have plenty of time to make something work. And with Flippy on Sniper, and there we go!
What?
Whoa! Zebasai's got one of his own. Both medics go down. I don't know if LBC are just going to try it anyway. I think they might do. P and AMS and Zappis all go down. It turns us into a nice sort of, I guess, non-Ubered push throw, not through their desire.
Non-heal push.
We talked in the map before about how the medics were having a horrible time staying alive, and just sums up the sort of night these medics have had so far, really. What's that, 1 drop apiece now?
Yeah, I'm not sure
even
because
on this map.
They were transitioning the way they were holding BK, but it was again AMS's side, like when they do this forward hold, it was AMS's areas that the Sniper came in from and just got like a big like wide angle.
Zappis is going to get focused down pretty quickly on this mid. Both soldiers went fast, T-Mac's going to be taken out quickly in response, and now BK are trying to get the high ground. AMS trying to dominate it up there, but he's going to fall back now, and LBC are going to try and go forward with both scouts and the soldier. AMS is just jumping around, going to go for the medic. Lands a big rocket on him as he goes down, and we're going to go into another pause. Is it Demul again?
I'm not sure. Not sure, but yeah, this mid again. Rib's like I love Rib. Like he's so stubborn, but in such a good way. Like he's been getting whomped on this point, like just trying to play the point at the start of the round, but he's just doing it anyway. Like he doesn't care. He doesn't care they're focusing him. He's doing it anyway. In this mid, he just destroys Exxon and making it work. Like, I mean, looking at the health, this mid can only go one way. Really, it's going to take a bit of a balls up from BK to lose it at this stage.
Also, if you look like all of BK are together right now, like just after AMS's death. Like Bull is alive, but he's currently in the air with his Ubersaur out. Demul's with him, whereas the other two players are on what, about 100 health between them, just over, and then nowhere near being healed up by Bull, really.
Yeah, like I think Flippy's running away. He's had enough. Tech can probably trade. It depends who he chooses to shoot at. If he's going to go for Knutson, I don't expect him to get it. If he goes for Heppy, if he goes for Zebo, he's going to get a trade, and that's the best he can hope for, I think.
I don't think he knows Zebo's weak, though. He's not really lined up from where he's looking. Plus, Rib's looking to fire at Tech as well.
Yeah, if he gets Knutson here, that's a big, like, either he has to hit something incredible or it's a big mistake from BK, but I would expect from here that Tech's going to die, and you're going to be looking at 4 versus 3 with the 3 all leaving and running away.
Yeah, I think Flippy just wants to get out of there as well. So it looks like after this we will probably transition into a sort of Uber v Uber fight.
Yeah, a rare stalemate in this tie.
We'll see how long that lasts, but
a rare opportunity for a stalemate. Probably won't actually be a stalemate.
Remember that time we thought we had an Uber v Uber stalemate, then both medics dropped?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath too much for this stalemate. Here we go, here's the unpause. Tech goes down as expected. Flippy will squeeze out on 7 HP. BK going to take control of a point. Bull will get out. He's going to meet up with his scouts here. Obviously, was it Demul who timed out?
Oh, I don't know as I'm retrying.
Yeah. Okay. But it might well have been, so he might time out in the next 90 seconds, give or take. So they're moving in right now. Nutson's on 90%. I imagine Bull's in a pretty similar position, even though my HUD's broken. They're making their way in. Rib's getting on the high ground. Soldier's going to come into contentment. Now we're going to focus on Scout. Nice rockets from Tech to trade with P. But I'm not sure if LBC wanted to try and turn us into a trade. Nutson's going to pop. Bull's going to pop. Players will be saved. But Soldier's going to go pretty deep net from AMS. Overextension. Exon's going to jump in now as Nutson's backing off. Zappis is still in. Gets 2 HP on Bull. Bull will crater. Zappis will get that pick. Knutson has survived. Nutson's going back for his scout right now. His scout needs to hit his shots right now. Zepside needs
Knutson hitting arrows though.
Really?
This
nice.
is a really, really big sequence of play from Knutson. Like I didn't say before because it was an intense fight, but his pop was like 0.2 perfect. Like a pipe landed on, I think it landed connected to Rib, but he was in a cluster with AMS and Knutson. It could have been another drop for Knutson, but it would have been about 250 damage going in at once. So he did that perfect pop, and then he fell out when the fight got messy, came back in, hit arrows, kept Zebo alive, allowed Zebo to eventually get the frag, like not the cleanest frag by Zebo, but got Knutson kind of carrying him on his shoulders there a little bit. So really strong play from Knutson there.
Yeah, and it looks like we're back right now. The pause has like past time. My HUD's still broken, so I'm looking at the Ubers, and it looks pretty small advantage for Knutson, about 20%, 30%.
Yeah, it's like 20, but I don't think they're going to do anything. Like, they're getting 100 on Spire and then moving, so it's going to be 90 for Bull by the time they get close, and Bull's going to milk that easily.
Yeah, it's like Flippy's on Sniper as well, so that's going to mean if they are going to pop behind, pop early, and indeed they do. Bull's going to counter pop, Scout's going to try and focus for point, but Tech's ready to chase him out here. Tech's trying to find a way into lobby. I think he wants to keep going. Demul dies. Zebasai's just going to run and kill Bull though. Tech caught a little bit unawares there, letting his medic go down. The door was unwatched, and BK going to flood through and make this 5-2.
That was a nice recovery from BK. I mean, they almost let their inexperience show there with the combo, because like, you can see the way they Ubered. They knew they had a tiny advantage and they wanted to work on it, but they did this bad thing that some teams do where they get to 95 or 90 on CP2 and then only then transition towards actually pushing, giving the medic the time to get that last bit of Uber, which is exactly what happened, but then Zebo just on the flank again, like making up for it.
Exon coming from Surs now, but he's still going to get a lot of pressure from Zappis, down to 40 HP at his choke. Zappis is now behind, he will go down, but he's allowed BK to be pretty far forward. Flippy is back on Sniper for this mid, but there's so much pressure on that choke. Surely Flippy can't get a shot, but it doesn't matter as the BK players, just 3 of them just walk into that sort of grinder of damage, get taken down and forced back, and BK can just LBC even can just walk forward, and they've still got Flippy on Sniper, and they don't have a lot of people up yet to spam down those chokes.
Yeah, I mean, they won the mid, but like BK got the cap. I mean, I guess it works out better than LBC have had for most mids, but they're not really making the most of the way these fights are going.
Some spam right now. He's just got Uber up, but he's down to half health already. Flippy's going to take that Uber away from him. I'm not sure if he completely had it. Maybe it's a drop, maybe it's not, but either way, Nutson's down. And LBC are just cleaning up a couple of frags, and there are players in PC who might want to try and fight, but they know they're coming. It's going to be difficult for them to get anything. Zappis gets shut down straight away. The other, I think the scout with him just falls out. P is on heavy, but I don't know how long he's really going to last with all of the players coming in and Flippy on snipe. Here come all the LBC players, so focusing down at heavy. Down goes for heavy. Scout's going to win a one-on-one. Zepsai's got a frag somewhere. He's going to block for point as well. Rib's come in as well. Rib gets headshot. Flippy got one before on Knutson, I think, respawning Knutson. But we're actually going to clean up all the players here. Flippy's going to try and do something, but he's completely outnumbered. And how did LBC not cap that? Did they just get unlucky with the spawn wave?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. Like, I know when Rib spawned, they were already really weak. So when the demo comes in to a cluster of people who are already weak, I mean, I kind of expected to see frags fall there, but they didn't. But I think just the threat of that made everyone focus Rib, which allowed everyone else to kind of, you know, make something happen with the space they were given.
And Knutson has Uber advantage, and it's a crits advantage as well. And they've just taken out Flippy, which is a sniper threat, thanks to Zebasai playing way behind enemy lines again. I think he might well go down. He's just still flooding through, just creating a distraction. And now so much pressure coming in at choke. Zappos is going to get X. Zebasai eventually goes down. Nutson dies to T-Mac. I didn't see that. I think that happened on the other side.
Nutson just got sold out hard. Like, he survived for so long, doing like little ring around the roses around this rock with T-Mac chasing him. T-Mac allowed to reload like 3 rockets in between these 2 phases of the fight, and just, I don't know. I think the only person shooting at him was too far away to make the frag fast, because T-Mac was 50 HP or so, and it took 5 shots, all of which landed to get him, something like this.
Zappos just missed 3 rockets on Bull as well. AMS is going to repeat his soldier partner's antics and miss rockets on Bull. Bull's going to stay alive, just building up that uber advantage. And it's going to be difficult now for BK to come back in. Zebasai's thinking about having a peek, not sure what his exact plan was there. But they have full uber. Zebasai's hiding in in Surs. Don't know if they've seen him, but he keeps peeking. He's thinking about the play. And now LBC are wrapping around to come from IT and go through that balcony area. Zebasai loses a one-on-one, and Flippy's going to clean that up as the Uber gets popped on the other side on CB2. T-Mac can't really chase this too far because BK are holding really far back. They've got a sniper. Exxon's trying to make something work, but he can't quite get enough damage to get himself in there. And now BK have Uber advantage, but a player down. So I expect maybe LBC to go for a force or something here, but they seem to be pretty static and just buffing up.
Yeah, well... Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing anything. They're just getting standard classes. They're going to hold. I mean, this is a difficult push to make. Like, they're going to pop from bottom right. They're going to pop early, I think. No, they're just jumping. Zappos is getting air shot, and now the Uber. This is not good. This is not going to push.
Yeah, he carries it forward with AMS, who will get X on, but LBC are just poised at choke, and actually they get one pick on the flank at the same time as they get a pick on Demul. Bull does not have Uber yet, so they might have to fall back. And Zebasai, of course, instead of capping, is already pressuring behind them. Soldiers in deep as well. Bull will go down thanks to AMS backing him up. Nice work from the pocket to commit really deep there to help him. Tech's going to jump in, kill AMS, kill Rib before he eventually goes down. Flippy's thinking about coming in as well, but he doesn't really have much position. But maybe Exxon's going to come in as well. The respawning T-Mac has arrived as well. And they're going to fight this LBC without vehicles. T-Mac's come in, the scout's following him up. Exxon's there. There's a scout one-on-one in Surs meanwhile. That's still going on. I think eventually Zevo's going to go down. But LBC have bought a lot of time here without a lot of heals, and now Bull's back with them, pumping the heals into them. Nutson's getting close to Uber, but they're going aggressive right now. Nutson's on 90%, but LBC have a lot of point presence. Exxon's walking forward as well. Nutson will pop as a pipe hit after a pipe hits him. And now BK just needs to clean up as many frags as he can. They're going to get 2 so far, 3. But they do drop 2 people at the same time. So they hold on to everyone, and they kill Bull, and they get the point. But really messy, right? But I guess BK don't care because it just kills time and they're 3 rounds up.
Yep, that was really, like, I don't know, that was a very weird sequence of play. Like, going all the way back to the push out of last from BK, I mean, they knew the kryptonite of the French team, and that was giving them an air shot on Zappos and baited the whole team into waiting for the double, so they could just Uber into them. And from there, it was just madness. And Bull goes down again to Zebasai. I could not keep track of what Zebasai's doing in this game, but... Like, again, he's dead. Uber advantage,
going to
made
jump
bigger.
in now as well. The whole French team has jumped really deep to try and get Nutson, but Nutson's just ran into Surs, baited them all into there, and set up a load of easy frags for BK. Tech's going to try and do something now. But there's a scout behind and Tech in front, but they don't have any heals, they have a lot of health. Flippy's going to get picked up behind. Tech is just trying to buy time, somehow gets a frag on Rib. I think that's just impatience from Rib right there, getting himself picked. Going out on a peek of the door on 100.
Our control point is being captured.
French really, LBC really lost their discipline now. Like, this push, the way they went about it was not smart particularly. And I think this could be like, if they win this push, I think it's the game. I mean, obviously it's not literally the game, but
yeah, they're coming in.
Morale-wise.
LBC have a pyro, but they don't have a lot of position. They're starting to stack the point, have just too much presence on the point right now. BK will take it 6-2.
Yeah, I feel like this is going downhill for LBC now. I think this is going to be a quick 7-2. Or, like, just the way they went about that, like, just the suicides, they're all in. Like, that was their moment. Like, they kind of just said to themselves, like, this is it, let's go for it. It didn't come off, they're going to be feeling down, especially the way that last point got capped, because it was going pretty decent to the defense, but then they just snuck the cap.
Exxon's absolutely wrecked after 17 HP. Zappos will go down, but it should allow his team to come really far forward off this. I think T-Mac's going to try and make some kind of play to open the door, and it kind of works until Rib gets 2 pipe kills. Tech's gone to take down Nuts. Scout meanwhile on Bull, but he can't hit the shots. Bull's going to survive. I think another scout is flanking though. I don't know if they know about Zebasai. Zebasai comes in as a soldier above him as well. Bull's in a lot of trouble. He's down to 50 HP. He's still juking out. He's going to go for the demo man. He's still juking around. He's down to 9. Zebasai's still around, and these players are going to get cleaned. Down they go. Zebasai and AMS cleaning them up. Bull survived a long time, but he was just, yeah. His teammates couldn't finish off any of the frags. And now T-Mac's gone really deep and has walked into Knutson. The air shot misses. I think T-Mac's gonna get distracted by a scout who's gonna force him away from Knutson. Gonna get picked off. Nice idea from T-Mac going super deep. Time of a medic spawn there. Meanwhile, Zebasai's just run through and killed Exxon somewhere else. I know what
was going for a play, like he left the 2 soldiers on mid, he was going to go for a play, but then he obviously got the call that Exxon and T-Mac were in, so just came back to steal the frags from his hard-working teammates.
Yeah, I know what you mean about not being able to keep track of Zebasai right now. He's gone behind him already right now, as Flippy has made a swap onto Sniper, killed P. BK are still coming forward. AMS gets launched forward with a stick and takes down T-Mac. And BK just look completely in control right now. Taking over the CP2. And time is just against the Frenchies right here.
Really surprised the French didn't push there. There was 2 down for BK. The Ubers weren't in play yet. I mean, the Uber advantage isn't that big, but I think that's more, I could be wrong, but I think that's more down to poor building from Knutson. I feel like he died so much earlier in that fight, he should have had a bigger advantage. So, as far as the intel the French had, I think they should have pushed, at least in their minds, they should have pushed that.
Oh, they also should push just because they're running out of time when it's
Wait, that's what I mean.
Down.
It's not. It wasn't like a particularly wise push to make, but given the time limit and the round difference, there's less than 4 minutes left. They had to, in fact. They didn't even have a choice.
Yeah.
Like statistically, they had to go.
And they've been juggled so hard. They've multied a lot as well. Knutson still has the Uber in the bank. He's going to pop pretty early on AMS. T-Mac's going to get taken down. Tex found himself behind. AMS has got Bull in the meantime. Tech's going to trade with P. But I don't think it's going to make too much difference as Rib's just thinking about making this push to last. Tech's going to go down to zap it. Flippy's doing his best to try and put him off pushing, but he needs to hit quite a lot of headshots to make this work. Soldier's going to jump in. They're going to focus down them all on one side. Rib's going to come in and kill the sniper. In come the rest of BK, and that should be mapped right there. 3 points apiece then in the first round of ETF2L.
Yeah.
Really convincing from BK. I don't know if that's BK being convincing or Frenchies just... I don't know, they didn't look anywhere near the same on Process as they did on Badlands.
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the start, I don't think their class matchups was suited for Process as it was for Badlands, and also the fact they're a team that just kind of go on personal, like individual chemistry with each other and a history of like being good and playing together, and that's always going to show a lot more prevalently on maps like Badlands, where obviously even though these players don't play the game as much as perhaps they once did, when they do play, they're probably playing Badlands every time.
You know what also helps? Zebasai going 37 for 19, top damage in the server, and getting 10 medic picks.
Well, yeah, that probably helps, but it's also, is it a cause or is it a symptom?
I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I don't know. Bulls did seem completely isolated, and I'm just looking at the logs right now, and it tells, you know, he's got more depth than nuts in this game.
Yeah, I mean, apart from these weird sniper mids, like, I don't know, I don't have the logs up. Maybe you can tell me how the mid stacks went, like how many mids each team won, but...
It went 3 for BK, 1 for LBC, 1 for BK, 1 for LBC, 3 for BK.
Do the math for me.
7-2.
There you go. But like on the mids, like Rib just had, I know we said T-Mac might do some work, but he was fluffing his rollouts, which is weird. He was fluffing quite a few of them. Rib was making so much space on this mid. Exxon was getting picked. Like Exxon was doing this weird thing, like the worst possible thing you can do. You don't come far forward enough to make an impact, but you don't go far back enough to stay safe. So he was in the middle having no impact and then dying before he could like get healed up and have an impact. And Rib was just completely dominating this point. Like LBC, like they took a couple of mids somewhere in the middle of the game, and during these mids they focused Rib. Like the first time I think it was just by accident, but then the one after that there was clear focus call to get Rib. And this worked for a few mids, but then I'm not sure what BK did. Like it was a bit too messy to really work it out, but BK just, they did something to shore up Rib on that point. Like they took away the ability for LBC to put pressure on him, and again just completely regained control of the mids.